TYT Sports, an awesome Monday for all Hoosiers fans as they knocked off Michigan, earned their first Big Ten title outright since 1993. Dustin DePirek is on the line with the Bloomington Herald-Times. What happened at the end of the game, and we'll show it to you guys right now, is Tom Crean going after former assistant coach Jeffrey Meyer, who was on the Kelvin Sampson staff when Indiana, the team that Tom Crean inherited, literally had to start from the bottom. Let's play that really quickly, and then we'll get Dustin's analysis on it. Dustin, you were in attendance. You got to ask Tom Crean after the game exactly what happened. I know that he didn't give a great answer. He said, go ask Meyer. But what was your take on this, and what do you think about Tom Crean's answer and basically what happened?
Yeah, I mean, he's answered it a couple different ways since. I mean, it was actually Terry Hutchins that asked the question after the game, and he said, go ask Jeff. Came back on the Big Ten teleconference this morning and apologized and said that, it shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have brought it into the handshake line, and said that he called Meyer last night before they even got on the plane and apologized and said, hey, it shouldn't have been out there. Basically, I mean, Tom's a really excitable guy, and he's a really... he's combustible, he's edgy, and sometimes, I mean, if you catch him at the wrong time, he'll come at you. I mean, generally, when you get him away from the floor, when you get him in a more calm-down environment, he's a heck of a nice guy. But, I mean, he'll go at some people, and obviously there's some history there with Meyer. Was integrally involved in some of the violations that led to Indiana getting sanctioned, and Kelvin Sampson getting fired, and then having to start over with everything.
Sure.
Meyer actually committed... was part of a violation they committed with Derek Elston. I mean, they gave him I think a T-shirt and a backpack. Elston didn't know it was a violation, and he took it, and that was one of the things that was on the long list of violations that the NCAA reported. So there's a lot of history there, and apparently Meyer said something to him in the handshake line, and Crean came back and retaliated. I guess retaliated. I mean, obviously it's a weird scene. I mean, it looks like some level of grandstanding by Crean, and obviously he was bringing up the big, bold point there that you were a part of wrecking the program. Sure. He said today that he was pretty locked in and didn't realize the camera was around. I don't necessarily believe that. So, I mean, it's obviously a display of emotion, and it looks pretty weird. I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily a really bad thing. It's probably going to help them in terms of Indiana fans because, I mean, they still look at disdain with that whole entire group, and for good reason, based on just what those guys did to Indiana as a program.